I'm Dr. Randy Neal, and I teach people to keep moving forward. In today's video, we're going to talk about success or failure, and perhaps the most important, perhaps the key point to whether you're studying for a test or you're trying to improve yourself when it comes to relationships is it's your thoughts during the process and it's your thoughts at the beginning of this undertaking. And one of the things that most of us struggle with is that, okay, if I hold this thought in my mind, it'll happen. And you sort of believe it. And so there's this little, you always heard of the rice experiment, and it's something that I've done, and I've really it helped me understand that throughout this entire process, and even in my journey through it, is I had to watch my thoughts. I had to make sure that when my mind strayed is to learn the strategies to kind of get me back on track. So even when you're studying, for the USMLE or trying to improve yourself in relationships, you need to maintain that type of focus and to understand that, again, we're here to move toward our higher self. And if you just listen to the signs throughout that process, you'll just have this firm belief that no matter what choice or what decision that you make along the way, it's actually the right one because it's moving you in the proper direction. Now, one of the ways, because most of us are very scientific, it's just kind of the American way, is that we want stuff to be research based, and science really hasn't caught up to measuring people's thoughts. So there's that experiment that I like to do, that I like to demonstrate, and I've done it myself, is the rice experiment. So what you'll see at the bottom of the screen are these jars of rice. And on them are actually, I wrote some names on there. I wrote love, hate, jealousy, and ignore. Now, when we started out, as you can see, now you'll see a screen where it's just these baby food jars, and of course you empty those guys out, and you put the rice in there with just a little bit of water. But on there you can write whatever words that are the most meaningful to you. And of course, if you do the love, hate, jealousy, ignore, you'll have these results, and you can see the tremendous difference between the two. Or two or four, is that the love one obviously maintained. It barely changed from the color of white, and you can see where there's the jealousy and ignore were really they were really not so healthy. But we did nothing with these other than put the name right on the outside, and also when I first put these on the shelf or whatever, I'd always kind of walk by and you can mentally say something. But these things all started from the same. They all started from the same point, and it was just having those thoughts that really made the change in that. And I still have these jars, and here's the updated version of it right now, and this is almost 6 years later. And of course, we don't open these things at all because it's really, you can see how they've really changed color. And when you notice, the love one at this point is actually changed down more to a not as white. And I think it's really because when I made the move to Florida that we kind of ignored it per se. I mean, it was kind of out of sight, out of mind, and I think that's really made the difference. But all of these started from the same point, and I think it really kind of proves that your thoughts actually have a physical presence, for lack of better words. So I firmly believe that if you can watch your thoughts during this process, get rid of the negativity. If you're studying for those exams, stay off those message boards, stay away from those people who say, oh, you're never going to make it, you might as well quit, you might as well, go into research or something like that. And if you're going into the relationships, you have to really kind of believe in yourself and, know that you're headed in the right direction. And again, I can't stress that enough, is to, we come into this world, we don't choose our parents, things kind of throw us off kilter. But if you believe you're moving toward that higher self, and that when the negative things come, when the struggles are present, you just kind of say, hey, you say thank you for those, because they're just kind of nudging you back in the right direction so you can move towards that. But watch your thoughts. But try the experiment. It's fun. It does take a little time, but it'll really reinforce the fact that you have to watch your thoughts through this entire process. And if there's nothing you take away from any of these other things, it's to stay positive, believe in yourself, and keep moving toward that higher purpose. So if you like this video, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, well here's my portion of the video where I give my own opinion, my own personal experience on the video. And you know, I did that rice experiment roughly over 6 years ago, and it really helps me. It's a reminder every time I saw it. It's a reminder that, you know, my thoughts essentially create my reality. And again, where I was from that time until now is night and day. And it takes a little more work than just periodic getting in alignment throughout your day. It actually, you need to be so aware that, you know, your current reality is a result of your thinking, whether it's months, years, or it's just your prior thinking is what's responsible for where you're at right now. So try the rice experiment. Put your own words on there. But remember, it's more than just, to me, it's more than just the words. It's actually it's actually going to be the thoughts that you zing out, you know, or when you walk by it, you think about it. You know, when you it's the loved one, you know, I would actually, you know, I say I love you. When it's the jealousy one saying, oh, I despise you, I think you're doing this, and so on. You know, and of course the ignore one is just off to the side. But it makes a huge difference. And again, just because science hasn't really caught up to this doesn't mean it doesn't work. Because I can tell you for a fact that, you know, it's your thoughts essentially create the state that you're in. So when you're studying for that, you know, when I was studying for that USMLE, it was waking up early in the morning and just knowing, believing that there was no way that I was not going to be successful in this, and it really paid a dividend, because then the world just kind of aligns for you. I never took any struggle as a setback. It was more of just okay, great, it's just a readjustment, and it really worked out when it comes to you know, career-wise, relationship-wise. There's just no mistakes, even though it felt like sometimes that, oh my gosh, you know, what's going on here? This is you know, I deserve this, but at the end of the day, it was just more of getting back into alignment. So now I just always say thank you for the struggles that actually occur, you know, when they're in front of me. So I hope this helps. You know, leave a comment, tell me how it worked for you, and hopefully we can get you one step closer.